Hi, my name is Yannick Michaud from Hasselblad North America. I've been with Hasselblad now for about 6 months, so I'm the new guy here, but I'm also the national sales manager for all of North America. So I have very, very busy days ahead of me with sales and technical trainings that I'm doing a lot of all throughout USA and Canada. I'm actually a Canadian-born photographer. My very first camera was a 500C Hasselblad, so I have a very good relationship with Hasselblad that way. I've been using it for many, many years. I'm a studio photographer based in Copenhagen, Denmark for many years also. So I've been doing studio and portrait photography for a very long time. This is my passion in life, and Hasselblad has always been that camera which I've gravitated to all of my professional career. And so when they offered me the job at Hasselblad, I could not say no. It's any photographer's dream to work for their desired product, and for me, it's always been Hasselblad. So we're going to talk a little bit about the cameras, and the three cameras that I have here are the X1D Mark II, the 907X, and the X2D, the new one which just came out in September of 2022. As you know, Hasselblad is a medium format camera. You have the 50 megapixel imagers here from the 907 and the X1D II, and you've got the 100 megapixel imager from the X2D. We're going to start off with the X1D II. Very nice profile, very small camera to work with. 50 megapixel. You have a very nice viewfinder, very easy to work with. Very easy to manipulate to go into the manual aperture and all your different modes. Small, lightweight, high image quality, and just a joy to work with. I love the profile. The most unique camera I've seen in many years is the 907X. This is based on the old mentality, like the 500 cm of the old days film cameras, where you have a very boxy unit. I put on a grip, vertical grip, so you could really hold on to it and manipulate the camera very easily. I put it on with a 45p, it's a pancake lens, 45p, which is equal to about a 35 millimeter lens in 35 equivalency. And here's a little shot of the sensor, 50 megapixel, and you have all of the information you could ever imagine here. What I like about it is that I could remove the digital back and put it on a 500 cm, 503, etc. without any trouble. And I could use my old film camera with a digital back. It brings life to an old camera. I find that absolutely splendid. On the 907X, I have also the ability to flip my screen. So I could do my street photography, my landscape, whatever, with the ability to shoot downwards like the old Hasselblad days of old. Beautiful design, very, very retro, but a very usable retro at the same time. There you go. Gonna be a little bit of a tour, a little 360, very sexy.
Very basic.
And now I'll talk about the X2D. This is Hasselblad's latest iteration of the X system cameras. There's a lot of new technology which came into the camera itself, totally redesigned. You have a 100 megapixel backlit CMOS sensor. Very, very high resolution. It's a 34 by 44 millimeter sensor, so medium format on the 4/3 aspect ratio. You have also image stabilization, and that gives you the ability to hand hold the camera. I'm holding the 55 millimeter lens here. I can hand hold that to about 2 seconds without any trouble. You have the ability now to not use your tripod wherever you go. You can hand hold it. It's a very unique design. It's been revamped from the X1D Mark II. So the profile has been pretty much made to fit into the palm of your hand. Very comfortable, extremely lightweight for a medium format. And now you're hand holding a medium format, 2, 3, 4 seconds handheld with no tripod. I've never seen that before. You have a very beautiful 5.76 million dot viewfinder. You could also, in the menu, it's like going to an optician. You're able to really make the viewfinder to your own vision, not with a little dial. It's all electronic, and you're making it exactly to your vision. So you have 100 megapixel imager. You have the image stabilization, 5-axis, 7 stops, revolutionary. And then you also have a 1 terabyte SSD card on the camera itself. So the camera does take a CF Express card, absolutely. But in the event that your card is full up, or you forgot the card at home or at your studio, you have that 1 terabyte security system. So you could take about 3,500 shots in on that 1 terabyte card, which is absolutely brilliant. You also, at the same time, have a 16-bit technology in the camera. So your image latitude is 15 stops, 16-bit technology. And the color gamut, called a Hasselblad Natural Color Solution, gives you the ability to get about 2.81 trillion or 2.18, something like that, I forget, colors in your gamut. So that means that your color gamut is much bigger than Adobe RGB or Pro. You have a very large gamut, so you're able to capture all the colors. And it's very precise. Even if you're doing portraits or landscapes, the colors are very, very neutral and extremely loyal to the reality of the situation. So all in all, 100 megapixel imager, 1 terabyte SSD, 5-axis image stabilization, giving you seven extra stops to work with. Small, compact units, beautiful colors, sexy design, Hasselblad X2D. Hasselblad X system cameras, you have a large selection of lenses you could choose from the 21 millimeter, which is an f4 lens, extreme wide-angled lens, which is equal to about a 15 millimeter in 35 equivalency. Extreme wide angle, beautiful lens for architecture or landscape or whatnot, all the way to the 135 2.8, which you could even put on with a teleconverter 1.7. Lenses from the new system called the new XCD lenses. We have the 55 millimeter and the 38 millimeter, both 2.5 lenses, very small barrels, very short and lightweight, but you also have a depth of field gauge and a manual clutch for manual focusing on the fly. Very small, compact, high quality lenses with very bright apertures. You also, at the same time, will be able to use a 120 macro lens for very close focusing in macro. Keep in mind, Keep in mind that with the Hasselblad medium format cameras, these are larger lenses than the 35 millimeter styles, mind you. This is an 80 millimeter 1.9 lens for portraiture, absolutely smashing kind of quality, very, very short depth of field, but the sharpness is absolutely out of this world. The Hasselblad system is truly made for landscape, for portrait, for street photography, studio photography, fine art photography. This is what we excel at. And the quality of the colors, the sharpness of the lens, the new technologies in the cameras themselves with the new sensors. Keep in mind, the Hasselblad X system is truly designed for the photographer wanting to excel in landscape and portrait, commercial work, fine art photography. These are brilliant cameras with very high image quality. Resolution is beyond anything I've seen. 100 megapixel imager on the X2D gives you the ability to shoot and print very large images and really excel at the definition, the information, the detail, the image latitude. You're really going to shine with this type of photography and this type of camera in your hand. So give it a shot. Please play with the cameras and enjoy the time.